From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all the attention. That's what you trying to say.
Do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I want congrats. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real.
Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, and I'm looking at the screen like preach, cause I was on the phone with him. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?
Shut the door for me. It's Peter the General. To NOLA the podcast. You keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. How y'all doing, man? I hope everybody having a very to NOLA morning. Here we go. We kicking off Brand Week Volume 2. About to bring my guests on. To NOLA morning. To NOLA morning. Hello. To NOLA morning to you.
Sorry?
To NOLA morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing, man? I hope you're having a very to NOLA morning so far, man. You want to give a couple of shout outs, or you want to get straight into the interview?
I'll just go straight into the interview, yeah. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Would you formally introduce yourself for the viewers, please?
Just my name's Salas. I just got a shop on Etsy and sort of just doing some t-shirt stuff. It's kind of called Last Innovations. The reason for Last Innovations is it's my last chance at making something in this world. The shop's mantra is innovation breeds necessity breeds innovation. So this is my last chance at trying to do something, be successful in whatever. And
so let me ask you something, right? It's always a tomorrow. It's always another day. It's always another chance to try again. Why do you say this is your last shot
I just I kind of just feel like, because I've had I've kind of worked all my life, and I'm just kind of overworking. So and during my working life, I've tried various things and it just hasn't worked. So I'm just like, okay, this is my last, at this moment in my life and in my headset, I feel that this is and so this is why then I've sort of put the slogan on my my Etsy page. So it says because like necessity, I need to live, and so it's necessity breeds innovation. So I have in the last month and a half, I don't have any sales yet, just opened up a shop, but I have created 130 t-shirt designs with the help of AI as well. AI is brilliant to create.
So you would recommend AI to another upcoming brand label. You would recommend the AI?
Yes, AI, you can use it for various things. I'm using it to create sort of just some like, I don't use my final work on the t-shirts aren't the full AI. It's just more like I'm interested because I'm interested in something, and I go, okay, this is a niche that I'm gonna try and create. So I'll get the AI to create this picture of something, and then and you just keep going through and until you feel like that's what you want, and then you take that away and you manipulate that into various things. So like I did a shirt the other day, and it's like a little niche that I found that people are sort of might be buying t-shirts. So it's like the gender reveal parties or whatever. And so I just decided that I was going to do like 4 or 5 shirts of it's a boy, it's a girl. And so I just created like some t-shirts, and it's
Yes.
like when I came to create the shirts, t-shirts, I'm like, okay, it's a boy. It's like, oh fuck, oh sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but like I was like,
Oh no, say you can we do and say what we want over here.
okay,
You
okay,
welcome to, and you free to say whatever you want to say.
okay.
Hmm.
And so I went to create the shirt for the boy, and it's like, because my shop is like, I either do the designs in a silhouette or psychedelic or in a transparent. That's my sort of like
Okay, let me
like
stop you
my
right
my
there.
designs.
Let me
Hey,
stop you right there. For the non-brand owners, right? Could you
yeah,
explain the difference of what you just said, a psychedelic, and
yeah. So on my shop, um,
mhm.
like, because everybody's doing certain designs on certain niches, and so
What is a
I
niche?
kind of,
What is a niche?
a niche is say basketball, for instance. Basketball is a niche, so it's like, okay, I'll create basketball shirts.
All right, like
So
supply
yeah,
and demand, kind of.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll try and um approach, like, try and create stuff to for that niche or that market. So I'm creating
Mhm.
some basketball t-shirts at the moment.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
then and so as I sent you the link, and then I showed you some of the. And so, but like also the basketball shirt, the basketball um,
Okay, wait,
designs
wait,
that I
wait, wait,
created.
wait. That's wait, that's new. Let's back it up a little bit. Okay.
Yep.
What was the first item that you sold when you decided to start building your brand? What was the first item that you sold?
Um, I haven't sold anything yet. I'm just like, I've just
Okay, I
started
heard
out.
you say that. I thought you said you haven't sold anything on the internet yet.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So
I'm just new. I'm new.
yeah, 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 yeah. Up and coming. No problem with that. Everybody got to start somewhere. The hardest
Yeah,
thing about anything is starting it. You
yeah,
started it. You billing. The day you started it, that's the day you started billing. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I'm new too. I just been doing this since August. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been
yeah,
even doing this for a year. So we both
yeah.
new. We
Okay.
both up and comers. So I got your back. You got my back. You
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah,
All right. So
yeah,
um,
yeah.
what's
So
the
like
day that?
I
Go ahead.
decided I sort of tried to. I decided, well, given the White Man Can Jump movie is just about to hit the, in the
Uh-huh.
states at the moment,
Yes,
so I
sir.
thought, well, why don't I just play on those words and go Black Man Can Jump and
Right.
create some shirts.
Thanks.
So that's what I've done.
So
I've got like
I
four
see
or
you
five
keeping up.
shirts.
I see you keeping up with the times. Was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
the
gotta
plan?
be current.
Yeah. Was that the plan? Before you jumped in the
Yes, yeah, that
brand?
was the plan. It's just like, look at what's popular at the moment and try and jump on that and play with that. That's what's sort of like popular at the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
NBA finals is on right now, so I've just created a heap of basketball shirts and
Mm-hmm.
t-shirts just to see, if people are interested.
It's a
And
great
I sent you
marketing.
a couple.
That's a great marketing move too.
Yeah,
It's a great
yeah.
marketing move. So when you jumped in this clothing thing, right? What was the
Mm.
first problem that you encountered?
Sort of like, just, going, you sort of, you think about it and you go, oh, I want to do this. But then
Mm-hmm.
when you actually get it all set and ready to go, you go, oh, now what do I create?
Yeah,
So you got
yeah.
the, you have this idea of what you want, but then
Mm-hmm.
when you actually come to, start creating, and the funny thing was, as I was just started to create, I was doing some research and I found AI, and it was
Mm-hmm.
AI was all over the internet. This is only like a month ago, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, you can create stuff through AI. You can create, portraits and whatever,
Yeah.
and then, make it your own. Take it out, get back on your computer, like,
Put
manipulate
your
it in
arms and
your
seasoning in the gumbo pot, so to speak.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Where you from?
I'm from Australia.
You from
Yeah,
Australia? Okay.
yeah.
Won't you give us in New Orleans some background on you and how it is on coming? First of all, what time is it there?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, it's 10:09 a.m. here. Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
give us some insight, us being from New Orleans, right? Uh we most of us have never been to Australia. How's
Mm.
your give us some insight of the upbringing out there? Is it violent? Is it quiet? Is it country? Does everybody get along? Is it one vibe or is everybody divided? How was it for you coming up in Australia?
Well, I'm indigenous to the country, so like there's a lot of like, I suppose apartheid, um, and most of it, like you don't get that in mainstream sort of media or news. It's come a long way, um, compared to what it was. Like I hadn't really been. I have had some hard times growing up, but I grew up in my community where 99% of the school was black or indigenous, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that many issues. It's just that when you go to the mainland or you go to the big cities, that you come across this reality of what mainstream society is, and it's
I don't mean to
sometimes
sound
it's not.
ignorant, right? But
Hey,
is it a lot of black people in Australia?
um, yeah, like there's a heap of, yeah, like it's mainly at certain spots, like say north of the country is more, got more sort of like black people,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then like the southern part of the country is more so very white, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
and very sort of like European with heaps of like heaps of sort of like Europeans, yeah,
What's the biggest?
Italians and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So was it a fun upbringing? Was it hard times? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like I grew up okay, because I grew up in my community, and and it was I grew up quite happy. But like I know of kids that are indigenous, the same as me, that grew up on the mainland in the big cities that had horrendous time growing up,
Mm-hmm.
segregated and stereotyped and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's just yeah,
Yeah, we
it's
don't play that down. We don't
and
play
I
that
mean it's
down.
probably the same over there as well, isn't it?
Oh no,
You
no,
know?
no. We don't play that down here. It's
Mm,
different.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we don't play that. But anyway, so what was the biggest misconception that you had about the clothing game before you got into it? That you,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, well, like you think that you're gonna go in and your ideas are it, and you're gonna make heaps of like sales and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
then a bit of a reality hit, sort of it's like, oh my god, a lot of people are doing the same thing, and you do a bit of research, like, oh, somebody's done that, so you got to try and, like, for me, I'm trying to create my own style, and like I said, my three styles for creation is psychedelic, silhouette, or transparent. So any one of those three has to be in my designs.
Okay.
And then in sort of like, so I do like psychedelic aliens, yeah, like really colorful. And then like I did some basketball shirts and I did silhouettes, and I sent you a copy, and it's like a silhouette of that, almost like that Michael Jordan sort of jumping,
Uh-huh.
and it's just a shape. So that's like like for me, that's incorporating the silhouette. So that's my style
Mm-hmm.
of like of brand, or like of my art that I'm creating. So yeah, it's so like, yeah, you
It's
just got to
you.
make sure that
It's
you
you.
you stick you make sure that you try and have a signature. Like
Yes.
I felt like as I was going and creating,
Mm-hmm.
I needed a signature of like, okay, what do I need to actually make myself
Mm-hmm.
sort of unique or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, that's his, because it's a silhouette of a basketball, or I do silhouettes of like people as well, just as somebody just standing there on the side, like a side view, and it's like, yeah, so I'm trying to do, and like I said, I just did some babies,
So a
like
silhouette is just like a photograph.
like a shadow,
Okay.
like you could just see the shape. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cause I
Yeah.
only know the song part, like a silhouette, like you know what I'm saying. You sing to a female or something. You know what I'm saying.
Mm,
Uh.
mm.
So when you were you always a fashionable person? Like has fashion always been
Um,
important to you?
Yeah. I've always been sort of, I don't know, felt like I had some sort of creativity. I've got some few messages that people have been saying my shop is good and they like my style and whatever, and it's like, well, buy some shirts then if you like it.
Yeah,
But it's been great because I've been able to sort of create stuff, and then as you go, you might make a mistake, but then that creates something, and
yeah,
it leads to something of and it's like, oh, and then I've realized that, like, I do have a little bit of creativity, and I come up with all these,
yeah. You're building your
these
self
ideas.
confidence.
Yeah, yeah.
Every
Just
L
got to
in the
get some
loss.
sales.
Every
Yeah,
every L at a loss is a lesson in the loss. You learn how
yeah,
to not you learn how to not to lose that way again,
yeah.
right?
And you also got to be careful as well, with what you produce. So, like I say, it's like I just play on those words of, like, white man can't jump. So then
But
I
they're
went, black
free,
man
right?
can't jump. So then I
Yeah,
did that, and then I went, oh, okay, but like I want sales, and I need to be fair. So I said, like, you know what? It's like, no, white man can jump as well. So put white man can jump, and then I went from there, and I'm like, females can jump. So then there's some
yeah,
shirts there.
yeah.
There's some
So
shirts
you
there
yeah.
with
So out of that
with
one
some.
idea spoke the whole domino effect, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So then I
yes.
sort of went all three. So I've got like eight or 12 different shirts, and it's got females jumping and dunking the ball, and you got like fat guys jumping and dunking the ball, white
Yeah.
and black, and then I just got like normal fit sort of sport people that are dunking, and they're either white or black, and it's like, and everybody can jump. So check out the shirts on my listings. It's like, it's funny. I can't try to make it a little bit funny as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So do you have a favorite design or favorite piece of clothing?
No, not really. I sort of like, I go out and look for special type of, like, clothes. And if, like, I don't go out specifically looking for a brand. If I see something that's unique, then I get it. Like, and I don't even question it. Like, I just go, I get it because I like it. So I don't have a brand as such. I just, if I see something that I like, then I'll get that. Yeah.
Right. You get that. I like that. I see something I like, I get that. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I hear you talk a lot about you did your research, you did your
Mm,
homework, you went looked it up. Won't you speak to the young the people who are just starting their brands or the people
mm.
who are about to start the brand, the importance of doing your research, going and look stuff up, the background of the not just printing the shirts but the background of it also.
Yeah, look, because you kind of like get in there and you find out, like, that everybody's no idea is kind of like relatively, like, no idea is new, and if something is new or a concept is new, then it'll definitely sell,
Yeah.
because it's unique. But you kind of, sorry, what was the question again? Like,
It's all good. Could you it wasn't really a question. I hear
hmm.
you speak of you went and did your homework, you went
Yeah,
and
yeah,
looked this up, you went and
yeah. Well,
researched this. Won't you speak to the people who are thinking about starting a brand
hmm.
or just started a brand, the importance of the background check?
Yeah, like, just make sure you do your research, and find out what others are doing, because you might be spending a lot of time on one particular design or something, and then you realize that somebody else has done that. So,
Hmm.
like, yeah, make sure that you're kind of creating stuff that's kind of unique to you, and to
Hmm.
yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
happen overnight, huh?
No, no, no. Like I said, like, I got 130 shirts. My shop is only new, so and I'm trying, as I'm going, like, as I'm spending more time, I'm getting more creative, and and you can see the progress in my shop. You can see the progress, um, over the designs and the ideas. It's actually maturing,
Hmm.
and it's like becoming much more cleaner, and I'm also learning more on design and graphic art as well, on creating and how what works, you know,
Hmm.
um, because
So
what you put on your sort of like software, on your computer, sometimes it doesn't, come out on your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Or so you just got to learn how to like for t-shirts, you got to learn all the different sort of like dots per square inch to make to make the photo clear or the picture clear on your shirts and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
there's a
back.
lot, yeah, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
like like be prepared to sort of like be discouraged as you go. But then I think once you get on a roll, you start creating. Like it took me a long time to do the first 10 t-shirts, but then when I sort of gone on a roll, and then I'm like, okay, I can do this and I can do that with that, and like the other thing, I'm going a bit sidetracked here. When you're
Nah,
creating
go ahead.
stuff, or
Run it.
yeah, when you like, I feel like I found when I'm creating stuff, don't just kind of like go, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and you start creating that, and you go like, if something else pops up from the side that that's like on your journey to the finishing product, if something else happens in between that and something go, and you look at that and like be open to look at certain things that's happening around your creation, because that can actually become an idea or a creation as well.
Mm.
Like there's various things that I've been creating stuff from AI, and some things have popped up from the AI that I wasn't searching for.
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked at that, I'm like, that's a good that's a good photo, that's a good picture, that's a good, I might make something out of that,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just be aware as your journey goes, look at what's happening around, and those sort of things on the side actually can create something as well. Yeah.
Is building a brand difficult?
Yeah. You should see all the competition on like Etsy and Shopify and that. There's just like, I don't know how these people get to where they're like, there's some really basic designs like flower shirts that are selling for, like that have sold, $25,000 worth of, shirts a month. And it's just like a rose petal,
The marketing,
and it's
it's
like, yeah,
it's the marketing and it's the promotion.
yeah. And it's like, if there's secrets behind how these people have got this, like, why these are like, I'm creating stuff that's way more creative than that. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, but they also create for masses as well, like the mass.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just crazy how some people just, like, but it's also about credibility as well. So these people that are, selling $25,000 worth of t-shirts a month or even more, that might be just one shirt. They've got a little bit of history, and like they got credibility.
They got a
Yeah,
background.
yeah, they've sort of like been there and doing it for a while. So just got to be persistent and keep at it, and stick to your idea and your design and your style. Yeah,
Now,
that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking to my style. Like, you want to see my basketball shirts? They're all sort of, you know,
do you
female,
have
male.
do you have any to show?
Yeah. Well, I sent. How do I how do I send?
You got to turn your camera on.
Hang on.
You got to turn your camera on. But
All right. I'll hang on there. I'll just try and bring one of these shirts up that I've designed.
okay.
See if I can open it up. Okay, this is one that I just created just now. It's a silhouette of a guy. Um,
You didn't turn your camera on. We can't see it.
yeah, I've got. Yeah, I'm just going to. So how do I? Sorry, I'm. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so this is the shirt. Can you see that?
Put it a little closer. Okay, yeah. Put it up a
So
little
that's
bit. Raise it up a little bit. Up. Put it up a little bit. The other way. Right. All right. A little more. A little more. Right there. Now put it closer. Okay. Now, uh, a little bit more. A little bit more. Right. No, put it up a little bit more.
Oh,
There you go. There we go. Right there. Right there. Okay.
yeah.
And that's the Jumpman sign, and that's what is
It's
who is
about
that?
like a. That's a basketball. It's not nobody in particular. It's just
Okay,
like
it's inside. Okay, that's a basketball. He's inside of the basketball.
yeah, and he's just a silhouette. He's just jumping. he's ready to dunk the ball.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So,
Yeah.
do you sell women's clothes and children's clothes as well, or is everything unisex?
Everything's unisex. I'll show you something else.
Okay.
Um, I also have some females doing some stuff as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, have a look at that.
Put it a little
It's a few.
closer, up a little, up a little bit more, right there. Okay, yeah. Okay, now is she in? Because I just see blue. Now is she inside something, or is that just the
She's that.
pattern?
That's a lady, or a chick playing basketball, and it's a silhouette of her just doing the basketball, playing, like got the basketball in her hand.
I like that shirt too. You got some nice stuff, man. You got some nice stuff. What's your
It's a
website?
lot. It's Last Innovations.
Hmm.
Uh, Hang on, I can send you the link if you. Is there a way I can send a link through here?
When we get off of here and you share it to your page, then you could drop the link in the comments, and it'll appear in everybody comments. Or you
Yeah,
could go back to my page to the live and drop the link in. But we streaming
yeah,
now, so they're not gonna let you do it unless you have another
yes.
phone.
No, I got a computer that's open. Yeah,
It's all good. But yeah, when it's over, you could come back and then just drop everything, all the information in the comment section. Okay.
yeah.
So have you ever thought about giving it up?
No, this is me. This is what I want to do, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm my own boss. I'm at home. I get to listen to my music while I create.
Mm-hmm.
I walk around. I do my stuff. I'm my own boss. I don't like answering
Yes.
to anybody.
Yeah, me neither. I
It's
feel that
very
we on the same type of time with that. Uh, so what out of everything that is to do, right? Why fashion?
because everybody needs to have a shirt. um, you
Mhm.
know, and
Yeah.
like, so that's just the start for me. It could move on. Like, I'm thinking of creating, some of this artwork on canvas as well.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
for now, it's just t-shirts. Yeah.
Okay. So what could we be expecting from last innovations in the near future?
Um, just, yeah, creativity. I'm actually, I'm progressing, and I'm getting more creative as I go. So yeah, like, I don't know, I'm just doing everything at the moment. I'm on a basketball sort of thing, but yes, like, I do like cats and dogs and everything. Like, but
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. Just keep an eye out for, yeah, I don't know. It's just
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what we talked about the first problem that you encountered. What was the
mm.
first goal that you completed?
um the first 10 shirts, just getting the creative sort of, juices flowing. Um,
Hmm.
so it's like, like I said, you just kind of, you kind of have that idea, and then you set up the shop, and you set up all these, the business and everything, and then you kind of go, okay, it's now time to create. It's like, okay, what am I going to do? But like, once you actually, because you obviously decided on that idea because you can do it. So, but once you get on a roll, yeah, I'm like, it took me, a long time, a couple of weeks to actually get some shirts out. But then, um, over the last month, I've created 130 different designs. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so,
yes, sir. So
yeah.
before you
So it's just
started,
getting that momentum. It's just getting that
yeah,
momentum in. Yeah.
yeah, that fan base.
Mm,
That fan. So before you started, like I interview a lot of artists and I asked them, before they started, did they listen to any artists that motivated them to do music? So before
mm,
you got into the clothing, did you look
mm.
up to any of the major brands, such as I don't want to do any free
No,
promotion.
no, I didn't look at any brands. I just, like, kind of just went. It'd be awesome if something like that was a shirt, like, for
Mhm.
my, like, an idea. So it's more like, um, I kind of, yeah, didn't really have a brand that I was interested in, but just looking at other, successful sort of, you know, people online creating shirts and stuff, and you go, I can do better than that. I can create something
Yeah.
that's,
Fact.
you know,
What's the most important lesson that you've learned in fashion since you jumped into it?
um, that make sure that your presentation when you're selling, your presentation is spot on. You know, like having, like I couldn't show you stuff really because it's on my phone, but like, you know, on the website, you know, just make sure, you know, when you're presenting something, that it's like make sure it's spot on and attractive to people's eyes.
Hmm.
That will, you know, so that they can, you know, yeah, see your product, and you know, yeah, so make sure the presentation is spot on. That's what
How,
I've kind of, that's what I've learned, because I've kind of like was going, oh, I'm not getting any views, nobody's looking at my stuff, and then I made a change, and I made sure that I had a decent background of both shirts, and you know, chose the correct model, you know, to actually, because you know, you can grab models off the internet and put them on, you know, put the shirts on them, and so you got to make sure you know that the product that you're actually selling is it suits the demographic. So like for the instance, I was doing some black man can jump basketball t-shirts, but I at that time I wasn't thinking, and so I just had this white model that I sort of like used to you know, to put the shirts, like wear the shirts, and I sort of like looked back at it a couple of days later, and I'm like, it's a white guy wearing a black man can jump shirt. It's not right, you know. You know, so it's like, oh shit, so I had to change you know, so little things like that you gotta sort of like, it's like, yeah, I was glad that I actually produced the shirt, but then it's like, didn't really think about it. I was like happy I finished it, and then um looked at it later, and it's like, oh shit, so I've got a white guy wearing a black man can jump shirt. So you know, little,
yeah.
little
So
things like that.
you kind of learn as you go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because you know, it's like what how people see. It's like, you know, you'll see, you know, like I was thinking about, like, you know, some black guys in America sort of like looking at that shirt, going, "Oh, that's really good. That's a nice shirt." And then they're
Mhm.
like, it's a white guy wearing a shirt." They're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it sort of, it might turn them off, you know,
Right. It's
like,
like Earl
you know,
and
because
Water.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like Earl and Water. So when building a brand, especially a fashion brand, how important is it to be you, be original, not go with the flow, so to speak.
You will like, yeah, I think, um, if you have the money and the time to actually sort of take some chances, do, because like, um, you know, you hear all these, you know, when you're researching, you hear all these people talking about, this is what you need to do, and this is what people like, and all this and that. It's like, no, but you know, people will like my stuff because you know, I'm creating stuff that is me, and it's got my signature on it. And
Mhm.
so, like, you know, stick to, you know, like, you know, give it a go, and stick to your guns, and you know, like, if you're gonna create something, stick to it, because it's like, you know, not everything is about the masses. Like, I mean, people have become famous because they, you know, like singers have become famous because they're individuals and they're good at their you know, their art. You know, because yeah, so just stick to your, you know, if you got the time, stick to it. And you know, because like some people think that you just got to follow this formula all the time, you know,
Yeah.
a certain formula that will, you know, sell. It's like, no, you know, my formula is my art, and if people like it, they will come. And if, you know, I'll give it 6 months, and if people don't like it, then I'll just maybe try something else. But like, I'm sticking to this for about 6 months. You
Yes.
know, keep going, because like I'm looking at my stuff and I'm creating some good stuff. Like, you know, like in the last 4 weeks, I've created some really good stuff, and I just have to get,
The
you know,
shirts
I
that you
just
showed, the shirts where you that you showed was some real good looking shirts.
mm, yeah. So yeah,
So
I sent you a copy there. Yeah, yeah.
in Australia, the market for the fashion, right? Is it a
Mm.
competitive market? Is it a kind of one for all, one for all, or is it like a every man for
It's
himself?
it's a mini America. Yeah, Australia. It's just like everything that the Americans do, Australians do. Yeah, like, you know, all the brands all the same. It's just like, yeah, we're mini, we're the mini America. Honestly, you know, everything that with brands and stuff is the same here. Yeah.
Okay. What were you doing before the fashion?
I sort of worked in aviation.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So what made you stop that and then
Just sick of working um for people, and I'm just like I want to be my own boss. I hated not answering, like just hated the hierarchy of, and this world is just getting so like like overly, just everything is just like safety and risk and all that sort of stuff is just like something happens, oh yeah, we need to create a whole new process for that. It's like it's just a this incident is just one incident. Let's not try and change the whole world because you had this one little incident, and then you have another incident next week, and then it's like another process, and it just keeps going on and on, and it's like I can't do this anymore. I can't work
shit
with
happens,
people.
right?
Yeah, that's right. Like there is give time, give like have a little bit of consideration for human error, and like not everybody is going to be perfect. So yeah, I just kind of had enough of that corporate sort of, continuous, you know, yeah, it's just,
How when building a brand, especially a fashion brand, how important is it to believe in yourself?
oh, yeah, well, you have to, because that's one of the most important things, and believe you. Like I've had some doubts as I was going, and I'm not, I'm not established, um, by any means, but like, um, I, yeah, just believe in yourself, because if not, who else is going to believe in you? Just keep going. Yeah, like I just, I sort of have moments where I sort of, doubt myself, but then it's like, no, actually, you have a look at what you've been doing. You're creating some good stuff, and just keep going, and pat yourself on the back and forgive yourself sometimes.
Are you proud of where your fashion brand is at this moment?
Yes, I just need exposure. This is why I'm doing this interview.
Yes, sir. So
Because
let's
most of my stuff is like aimed at the Americans, like
Mhm.
because the American market is massive.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
So if you were to choose to, okay, boom, let's stop the fashion and do something else. Is the fashion a stepping stone into other areas? I said,
Yes, yeah. This is like I got many ideas. This is the like creating shirts and designs. It's like very easy, like print on demand and all that sort of stuff, where you actually create your shirt. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You just create it, and then if people buy it, then you get the company to print it, and all that sort of stuff without having to pay any upfront cost. But so it's just like this idea, like with designing t-shirts and whatever, is a start, and like um, I have many more ideas, that will lead into other, like this will lead into other things. This is just the start. Yeah.
okay.
I'd rather not disclose my other
Oh yeah, yeah,
ideas.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
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 yeah. Leave
yeah.
them wondering. So let's
Yeah, but
get
this
back
is
to the
this is
name.
this is not what I'm going to do forever. This is just something that I'm starting out with, because it's I got a bit of creativity and stuff, so I just want to do that and see where it goes, and then start branching out and doing other things.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's get
But
back
you
to the
need.
name.
Mm.
Last innovation.
Sorry.
You said, let's get back to the
Mm.
name. Last innovations. Now
Yeah.
you
Okay.
said that you named it
Yeah.
that because you felt that it was your last chance. But is that the only reason that you named it that?
Yeah. That's probably, like, because I was kind of quite down, and I think I needed to be down, and like like uh and so, just down on myself, and just like, what am I going to do, or what's next, and all this sort of stuff. So I was creating the shop online at Etsy, and I was like, this is my last chance, at that time in my head. And so I was in a moment, and so, but like, a positivity that came out of that is, like, I called it last innovations, because at the time it was kind of like I felt like it was my last chance. But then I also came up with like a good slogan for the shop, which is on the bottom of my shop. If you visit my website, um, it's about, like, success. So it's like you need to be down and out and be in the struggles to actually be innovative, right? So
Right.
that's why I
Right.
so I
Yeah.
because it creates, necessity. So that's my mantra or my slogan on my shop is necessity breeds innovation. So I
Mm.
need I have a necessity to survive and be by myself and create my own thing and be
It's
self-sustaining.
a nice.
So that's a
That would that
that's a
would
this.
that would make a nice shirt too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know. And so that's why my mantra or my slogan on my shop is necessity breeds innovation. So it's like
That'll
last innovations, and and it's because it might be my last innovation. It's a necessity for me to make this work, and so I can survive. And then it actually, and it's correct. Like necessity breeds innovation. It actually
yeah.
made
Oh
me
yeah.
creative and started being creative. And I actually play the guitar as well a little bit, and like that has an effect on me playing the guitar. I am so much better
Yes.
playing the guitar
Yeah.
because it's like that creativity of
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, yeah. So
Does the fashion ever get in the way of real life, or does the real life ever get in the way of the brand?
the real life gets in the way. Yeah, because I'm so like into like I'm spending 8 9 hours a day just creating and just like totally in doing what I'm doing because I can at this stage. And and when people ring me and say, can we go out and do this and do that, I just get I don't really want to, because it's like I am in creativity mode here. I am like, because I see when I'm doing stuff, I'm working. I'm working from home, I'm doing stuff, and this is my work day. And so when people want to do stuff, so life does get in the way. And as because it's early days, I feel like life won't get in the way so much. But at the moment, life is getting in the way of my creativity. It's like, just leave me alone and let me create. Yeah,
Thanks. So,
yeah.
from your short time in the fashion industry, what's the biggest piece of advice that you've learned that you can pass on?
Like if you have an idea, it's an idea, stick with it. Sometimes keep if you feel like you're just concentrating on too much and it's like getting a little bit overwhelming, put it aside, but like come back to it. Like because I felt like it's like there's certain designs that I was doing, it's like getting frustrated because it wasn't, the finishing product wasn't what I wanted. And then you leave that, you put that aside, have that on the back burner, and it's like, and you go and create other things. But then you because you're creating other things, other ideas and other designs and other ways of doing things, as you progress, sort of comes into your learning. So, and then you go back to that one idea that you had, and it's like that's what it needs. So yeah,
Right.
experience, I suppose. Experience, exposure. Just to
Don't
keep
be scared.
experimenting.
Right. Don't be scared. Um,
Mm.
when you actually started your clothing line, do you remember the exact date?
Yeah, no, this is not very long ago, to be honest. But it's my designs and my creativity, and I'm like sticking with it. But like it's only been like no more than 6 months now. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Right.
Mm.
So ultimately, right, what's your goal in this fashion thing? What are you trying to get out of this? Are you trying to be the
A little bit of maybe have a little bit of signature in my artwork, my designs, and then and my the main motivation is I need to survive. So like I'm knowing that, but like also I yeah, just want to be my own boss and work from home and create stuff and and then move on to other things. Yeah,
at
yeah.
the end of the day, is it all worth it? Hello? I bet you he getting a call. But while we taking this little brief intermission, I hope everybody's having a very NOLA morning so far. I know I am. This is Brand Week Volume 2. We kicking it off early Saturday morning. You understand me? I hope everybody has a very safe weekend, especially if you're in the city. It's dangerous down here. Y'all know how it is. Don't let the news and the media fool you. This ain't nothing new to us. I don't know what's going on. Like they trying to excite people, spread fear. We ain't scared of nothing. We ain't scared of nothing down here. So I don't know what's the reason, and but let's get it together, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Guard your grill, but at the same time, you know, let's calm down. You see what I'm saying? Somebody probably called his phone or his phone one day. You heard me? But like I said, you heard me. We kicking out brand week. You heard me with last innovations. You dig? It's a nice vibe. Nice vibe. You know what I'm saying? Nice interview. It's a nice tip. We on the same type of time. Way from Australia. You know what I'm saying? Told you I'm about to change my name to International Nut. Now I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I think that I've been in um, not only different national time zones, but different uh, international time zones as well. So you know what I'm saying? I might change my name from Pete That Nut the General to International Nut. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how I do it. I'm all in Zimbabwe. I'm all in Africa. I'm in Ghana. I'm in I don't want to leave nobody out. I don't know how to see they real. They get real. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Shout out to the whole Africa. Shout out to the whole Africa. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UK. Shout out to Australia. This is the second person that I've interviewed from Australia. You know what I'm saying? How many other people could say that they're international? Hmm? How many other people, podcasters, could say, up and coming podcasters, could say that they're international? Um, I've interviewed like 6 or 7 overseas guests. I haven't even made it here yet. Am I proud of myself? You guys damn right I am. It's a small flex. You know what I'm saying? But uh, wait a couple of more seconds to see if you know we we get a hold to whatever the technical difficulties are. But if not, it was a vibe. I enjoyed that interview. I hope y'all enjoying the interview out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we did it for Brand Week. So this is Brand Week Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, from Saturday to Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it off. Got a couple of open slots. Get in where you fit in. Come promote your brand. Come, promote yourself. Promote your clothing. Show a couple of clothing on here. My man Shy. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he just started out 6 months ago. Um, he just started out 6 months ago. This is his first interview. You know what I'm saying? Then is an international interview. So you know what I'm saying? My man's was a little shy, but it's all good. Y'all go check out Last Innovations, the website. If y'all want to get at him, oh, there we go. Yeah, man, we was waiting on you.
Sorry, yeah, something happened there. I
It's all,
ran out of battery on my phone.
all good. It's all good. We was waiting on you. So
Sorry.
trying to trying to pick back up where we left off, right?
Yeah.
Is it all worth it at the end of the day? Has it all been worth it? Is everything that you go through, like you say, life gets in the way, the slow start, all that. At the end of the day, is it all worth it?
I feel like it's worth it because I feel because I'm in control of my own destiny, and like I feel I feel content. I feel like I'm in control, given what's happening around this world. Just everything is just chaotic. So to be able to be in control of your own, of what you do, it's liberating, to be
Mm-hmm.
able to do that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get out of here, right? Leave your Facebook, your Instagram if you have one, your website one more time, and let them know whatever you want to let them know about Last Innovations, the brand and the clothing line.
Yeah. Okay. So how do I where do I put that?
Tell
Hang on there.
it's all
With
good.
it.
So,
Oh Jesus, what's going on? Cancel.
you good? We waiting on you.
Yeah. So where do I put that? Sorry.
Just tell them if you have an Instagram, tell them your Instagram, tell them your website one more time, tell them how they can reach you on Facebook, and tell them whatever you think they need to know about.
Yeah. So if you look on Facebook, my Facebook is Last Innovations. I also have an Instagram, but I'm still creating that as like at this moment. So that's kind of like there is an Instagram page, and it's Last Innovations as well. Yeah, but I'm sort of not really working with the Instagram. It's more like Facebook at the moment. But if you want to have a look at my designs, you can go to Last Innovations on the Etsy. On the Etsy website, which is a clothing website. I can send a link through to the of the email address, the website now. Is there any way I can sort of paste that link somewhere?
When we get off, and I share the link to your page, you could come back on my page and just post it in the comments, and you could post it in the comments on your page as well.
Yeah. Okay. So I can actually like message you or something like on your page.
Oh yeah. I was just about to tell you, send me a couple of designs so I could do you a promo.
Yeah. All right. So I will. Yeah, I'll send you in Messenger. I sent you a couple of designs, but I will send some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And any last things that you want the people to know about Last Innovations?
Oh yeah, just like keep an eye out for some creative stuff. Like I said, I'm sort of always looking for funny sort of ideas, but also creative ideas, but looking at what's happening later. So like at the moment, keep an eye out for white man can jump, black man can jump, women can jump. That's a couple of the shirts that I'm doing at the moment. So I mean, like, and also these, I'm also big on supporting the women. So on my shop, you'll see there's a lot of women basketball players that are really mean and just dunking the ball and looking like in control.
Shout out to female athletes.
Yeah.
Man, I enjoyed you, man. We've been on here 52 minutes.
Wow.
This was a very informative interview.
Look, I'm not great at it. I'm just starting out. So yeah.
Yeah, man, it's all good. We all got to start somewhere. You hear me? I appreciate you coming on, and don't be a stranger.
Okay, no worries. So I will. So I'll do that, and I'll flick you some of the designs if you can put it somewhere on your website or something on your Facebook.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you a promo, and I'm gonna tag you in.
Yeah, cool. All right, no worries. Thank you for that.
Wait, so what time is it there now?
It is 1:45 in the morning.
Wow, it's 11:12 a.m. over here.
Yeah, this is my most creative time as well. It's at night.
Yeah. So all right, let me let you get back to your creativity, and let me go fix me some breakfast, man. I enjoyed you. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you send me those designs so I can get you a promo running.
All right, so I'll wait for you to again like do something here. You'll send me a link or something, yeah?
I got you.
Yeah. All right, no worries. If not, message me in the inbox. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right. See ya. Bye.
It's P. The General to NOLA the podcast. You keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. Brand Week, Volume 2, kickoff.
From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all of that damn shit. So what you trying to say?
Do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I want to graduate. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real.
Yeah. I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, man, I'm looking at the screen like preach. Cause I was on the phone with him, you feel me? So you know what I'm saying?